I have had the Lumix S5 for about 4 months now. This video is going to be my updated review of the Lumix S5. It's going to involve my honest feedback on how I'm getting on with the camera and my feedback on different styles of shooting that I've used the S5 for and what I believe it is better for and what I believe that another camera manufacturer might be better for. So we'll start off with probably the key selling point of the Panasonic Lumix S5 and the key point which made people buy the S5 in the first place. And that is its video capability. Now the Lumix S5 is a phenomenal video camera. It's built with all the features that you need, and then if you record to an external monitor, an external recorder as well through the HDMI cables, it will take the S5's capabilities even higher. Now I've used the S5 for a wedding film, for filming highlights of a dance show and dance classes and loads of other just bits here, there and everywhere, and it tests video against the iPhone 15 Pro, and I can happily say that I've not had a single issue with the S5 when it comes to video capability. Now the autofocus sometimes might drop off, so you then just have to find that again, but I knew that was going to be the case when I purchased the Lumix S5. I didn't purchase it on the basis that I knew it had the best autofocus in the game. I purchased it because I believed it had the best color profiles, and at the price point that I was willing to spend on a camera at that moment in time, the S5 was the clear winner. Also along those lines, every YouTube video that has been filmed for this channel so far has been filmed on the S5, and I'm very happy with how they've looked, and there's not much color grading or editing that is needed in post to make the image look amazing. Now the S5 for photography side of things is a bit of a mixed bag. I've had some really positive experiences with the S5, and then I've had some not so positive encounters within this 4 months of owning this camera and this kit lens of the 20 to 60 millimeter f3.5 to 5.6 lens. So we'll start off with the positives, and I am generally really happy with the camera. So for portraits or for an image that isn't moving that much and it doesn't really matter if there's not much going on in the image, the S5 is phenomenal, and it really captures the colours of what is in front of it perfectly. And then when you take those pictures into post, you can really manipulate them to however you want that image to look, and it allows you to deliver those really good results. So for the portrait sessions that I've done with different models, different performers so far, it has really impressed me, and it has left a flattering image of the model that is in front of me, which is the desired goal when you're taking pictures of models. You want them to be looking at their best, because at the end of the day, that is what they are there to do. They're there to look good, to promote a product or to promote themselves, or to tell a story through the camera. So for the weddings, the portrait sessions and other photo sessions like that, where yes, there might have been a bit of movement, but I could often control how much the subject in front of me was moving, I've had no issues at all with the S5. Now, I've taken the S5 to a couple of dance shoots, and for photography, it has really struggled. Now, even with changing the shutter speed, ranking it as high as I can get whilst keeping the aperture and ISO all in check with each other, it has struggled. A lot of the time it's missing that key point, and you might be timing the shot to perfection, or what you believe perfection to be, and yet camera just doesn't seem to listen to when you're clicking the shutter, which can be a little bit of a letdown, and it can mean you can miss the shots. So a lot of time when I've been at these dance shoots, I've had to take my backup camera and predominantly use that camera, the Sony a6000, and just because it seems to be a faster camera in collecting those images, and for dance photography you don't have forever and a day to capture that image. You've got to be on it with that shutter button and with your timing. And I'm an ex-professional dancer and I still dance professionally, so I know what someone's body is often going to do. So when I see something coming, like a leap, and that in the air, I've timed it, I've framed it, everything is right, I come to look at the picture and it's not right. It's either gone too early because I've happened to time it early because of the lateness, or it's too late and that key focus point of the image is lost or it is blurred. Now again, I didn't buy this camera expecting the 120 frames per second that comes off of the Sony a9 Mark, I think 3, or I'll put it on screen if I'm wrong, or any of the Nikon cameras, which again had the same frames per second, because a lot of time that's just ridiculous. Like, you don't need that many, but for those people that are trigger happy, enjoy it, love it, make the most of it. So yeah, 4 months in, generally like 80% I'm over the moon with the Lumix, and then 20% it is manageable and I can work around it, and it might just take more playing with the settings, or it might even take investing in a different lens that is going to help me as well, and just a sharper, faster lens than the one I've got. But yeah, that is my honest 4-month review of the S5. If you're looking for a camera solely for video, the S5 will be an amazing addition to your equipment list. If you're looking to get into dance photography or sport or something that requires a very sharp shutter and sharp camera, potentially the Lumix S5 might not be the right camera for you. So I hope you enjoyed this little honest review of how I'm getting on with the S5 so far, and I will keep giving my opinion on the S5 the longer I have it, or if I ever choose to get rid of it in the future. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more camera reviews, more day-to-day bits of a photographer and everything photography based. In the meantime, go out, take some pictures, enjoy yourself while you do it, and hopefully you don't live in an area where people drive erratically down the road. You can probably hear them driving like idiots going past the house, so yeah.